Well, hello farming friends, and welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy Mistermoose. And as you can see, we're here on the farm here in North Brabant province, and yeah, it is continuing to rain. So we have to find another rainy day activity to do, and if you happen to hear thunder, it's because it is storming where I live as well. So not only raining in the game, raining at home today. So what are we going to do today? Well, we've got a little harvesting to do over with the apples and the fruit, so we can go take care of that today, as well as just need to do some general maintenance around the farm. So gonna fire up the tractor and just clean up a little bit today and harvest some fruit. So I'm gonna grab the old, I think I can get it done with this guy here. Oops. I should actually get on the trailer right, and I won't have any issues. There we go. Alright, so we're going to grab our Fleagle and we're going to head over to the apple field and to the orchard and grab ourselves some fruit. Hope you guys are doing well today and have been enjoying the videos. Appreciate all the new subscribes. You guys are great. The channel has really grown in the last few weeks. And hope you guys are enjoying the videos that we're putting out. I did have to make a correction to one of the courseplay videos. If you haven't noticed that, I did put up a new overloader courseplay video, and that's simply because I was recording everything at 1080i, but then was converting it down to 720, and in the process I forgot to change the aspect ratio on that one video, and yeah, you couldn't see half of it, so it didn't work out really well. I don't know why I came in here. Maybe I thought I needed a snack to take while I cleaned out the orchard. Our potatoes continuing to grow but not harvestable, so yeah. Alright, so let's get cruise control set here, and we'll dial it down a little bit so that we can get under here and start harvesting. And it should be able to go about 2 miles an hour and hit everything. So let's get going. Get underneath here, and I'll turn on the help menu so I can watch my trees as I hit the trigger and they unload. I'll be able to see how much of the unloading is going and make sure I'm getting all the fruit as we roll under them and not missing anything, because I have had issues where, like that one, I missed a little bit of fruit off of it even at 2 miles an hour. And it's funny, I've found like some trees will unload perfect at 2 miles an hour and some trees won't, and so you just kind of have to watch the menu to see exactly what's going on and make sure that you're getting all the fruit off the tree. So the top one unloaded, and now the bottom one is moved up to next. It's unloading, so yeah, I'm just gonna ease on underneath the trees here and go ahead and get fruit unloaded. You see, that one didn't get completely empty. Weird. And it seems like it's these trees on the perimeter here that I have an issue with. Not so much the trees in the center of the field. The trees in the center of the field seem to unload perfectly. It's just these perimeter ones that I have an issue with in cruise control. Like the next row, I might be able to go at 4 miles an hour or 3 miles an hour under. whereas these on the outside, even 1 mile an hour is an issue. So don't know why that is. Hadn't figured that out yet. Hadn't figured out all the ins and outs with the Apple mod yet. It's still something I learn every day. I know somebody commented the other day about the second Apple mod series I did with the fruit and berries mod, that it was causing a lot of lag issues with their computer, and I hadn't actually experienced anything like that. So fortunately, I haven't had any issues with dragging my FPS down. Alright. See how our little trees are growing over here. I haven't really actually done anything yet. I don't know if you guys have ever planted trees in the game, but it does take them 10 days to actually mature. It takes about 3 before you see any real growth to them. So we've only had them up for maybe 2 days. So they'll probably hit their next growth stage here shortly. Alright, so yeah, so the good thing to do on a rainy day, because we can't harvest anything in the fields, can't do any planting when it's raining. You might plant, and you might be able to get the seed in the ground, but I've had issues with growth with things that I plant in the rain. So I just kind of avoid it completely, because I had a situation on my big country where I planted a field. I planted everything before the rain, but I fertilized during the rain, and I just had really odd growth. I mean, like, some of you may have seen the videos on it. The perimeter would be harvestable, but nothing else in the field would be, or there would be just one little edge of the field harvestable, but nothing else would be. And instead of taking the normal 12 to 14 hours in game for it to become harvestable, it was taking like 18 to 24 hours for me to get growth on those fields. So I'm of the belief of just not do anything when it's raining, other than you know, get a little maintenance around the farm done, tend to the animals, you know, tend to your animals, things that you can do that are not going to be in the fields, and go from there. So today we're going to harvest the fruit out of here, and then we'll take it and sell it. And then after that, I'm going to make a couple of changes here in the orchard. These first couple of trees that are right here up next to the fence line, they're going to come out. And what we're going to do is put in a couple of warehouses. Not that we really need them. And looking at my money, it might not be something we do either. It might be a situation where we maybe just organize the orchard a little bit. And then I've got some equipment I just need to move around, so check on my animals, make sure everybody's good. So yeah, not much today. It's the old harvesting of the fruit. I almost forgot that I had fruit to harvest today. It kind of slips your mind sometimes. But every complete 24-hour cycle, you need to go harvest your fruit. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the multiplayer videos. I've got one more to be put up. And then hopefully the guys and I will be back on the server, and we'll do some more this week. And again, we're just trying to keep, I'm trying to mix it up a little bit, as well as keep some certain things going on the page. I want to give you guys a map a week to check out. So again, just looking for some maps that are interesting, to have a little character to showcase. And get that last little bit of fruit off of that particular tree. But yeah, just looking for a new map a week. Showcase that. Hit a couple of mods that I might find that are interesting, as well as the gameplay. Try and do a little multiplayer, as well as the as well as do the single play on these particular maps, and keep that going. And then also we're introducing some other games, gameplay, when I have time to do a little recording. I know the Hunter's been out for a while, but it's a cool game, and they continue to put new maps out and update it. And you know, maybe you have heard of it, maybe you haven't heard of it. If you like it, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos on it. I really haven't done a whole lot with it other than some basic, hey, this is the game stuff, but there'll be more videos on that coming out as well. But I appreciate your guys' comments. If you have any suggestions for the game or for the channel, please let me know. If there are things you want to see that you like, let me know, and I will try to get more of it for you. If you enjoy more of the multiplayer, I will certainly try to get more of the multiplayer done with the guys. And yeah, I'm always open for input, so feel free to comment on the page. A couple of new mods that are out this week that I'm going to be checking out. And was discussing last night with Landy Kid and Raven. There is a new mod for traffic called Speed Control, which I don't have traffic turned on. I have it turned off because it's really annoying, the 5-mile-an-hour cars. But there's supposedly a new mod out that will increase the AI's speed, so I might turn traffic back on. It increases the speed of the vehicles, as well as it decreases their acceleration, so they're less apt to just floor it and run into you, which was annoying. You know, I hated traffic, one, because they crawled like crabs across the map, and two, because they would hit you all the time. So might be interested in checking that out and maybe turning traffic back on to add a little more realism into the game. But there's an update to drive control where they added in a couple of features to it that sound pretty cool. One of which, very handy for multiplayer, it's going to have a feature where you basically can set cruise control to monitor the vehicle next to you for speed. So in an instance where you're harvesting and you're pacing another vehicle, drive control will actually follow you. Okay, so that's all the apples for this run, it looks like. Let me look out, make sure I got them all. Looks like it. So we got about a third of a trailer. That's not bad. And we're going to take those over here and sell them. And just take the money right off of them right off the bat. And you know, we got our little sell point right there. Actually, I could update that sell point, but I think we'll just use the one that's there. So we'll just pull in here. Make our turn. take these guys a load of apples and see how much we get for them. We're at 74, 366. Well, got about a little over $2,000 for that. So, yeah, the orchard's starting to make some money. What, that's $2,200 for that load of apples? Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, so back in here we go. And now it's time to hit the pears. So the reason I want to make some changes here in the field, one is when I set this up, I thought I gave myself plenty of room for doing things like moving in here and coming for the pears versus the apples, but apparently I didn't. Oop, kind of jackknife there, didn't I? So yeah, one of the issues I'm having is I don't have enough room to get in here and, like, let's say I want to go to the pears and get the pears out. Let me move around, come back around and start this all over again. So if I wanted to come back here to the field, I did a good job right here, but I didn't do a good job with the apple trees in the front. So what I want to be able to do is take out some of these so there's a drivable lane up through here, to be able to get in without harvesting fruit with an empty trailer, because we are going to be installing some greenhouses on this particular property, as well as I want to be able to put some more fruit trees in here on the back section of this, to be able to utilize that as well. So that portion of this is going to get developed. So we'll take out these front little trees here that are in the way. I'm going to knock the grass down to where we can set our warehouses into place. And yeah, so we'll have a couple of warehouses. We'll knock out the grass in a particular area, so when we set our greenhouses as well, they won't have any issues with grass growing up through the floor on that. I know that's an anal little thing that I do, but it's you know, I like for it to look good. You know, I don't want it to there's nothing more that bugs me than when I drive into and I see the grass texture coming out through the bottom of the floor. Just getting my references for where I'm at. Alright, so let's pull underneath this pear tree. Try not to grab a limb. And we'll start dumping it. Yeah, this field here is pretty decent size, and I think we can put a couple more rows of trees and fruit trees in. Maybe we put in some you know, some oranges, or put in some plums, or you know, something like that. And then if we leave the front edge open, we can put a couple of warehouses in for excess, or we can put greenhouses in as well. And that's one of the videos we're going to be doing this week, is on greenhouses. I've got the T2K greenhouses set up on My Big Country. They are ready to go. I just need to get over there and do a video on that and show that to you guys. So that'll be this week as well. I'll get that out for you so you can watch the video on greenhouses that are harvestable. That's the big difference to them. The greenhouses I'll be showing you what's different from the in-game greenhouses and those greenhouses is one, you have to fertilize them. So it's not just manure or water, you also had to add fertilizer to them. And then the second part of it is the fruit is actually harvestable. So when it comes time to get your fruit, you have to go harvest it and take it to a sell point, which we use the regular little kiosk that I use all the time. And so yeah, that's the difference in them, which I think I like. I like that a little bit more, and they look better. The graphics and the animations on it are a lot nicer. Oh, got that tree. Tight little squeeze there. See if we can back up a little bit. Make sure the front's clear. All those trees. I'm trying to do this in first person. I thought it'd be different. Trying to do a little bit more first person. There are some folks that like that. And if I had like a track IR, I would probably do a lot more. I think that would be, you know, to allow me just to look around without having to move a joystick to change the views. I think I could get into that a little bit more. So there might be a purchase in the future of a Track IR headset. And if you're not familiar with Track IR or what that is, it's basically you put like a little webcam device. It's not really a webcam. It's just it's a sensor that goes basically on your monitor. You just set it kind of on the top of your monitor, and then on your headset you either wear a little clip that has 3 infrared lights, or you wear a baseball cap that has the 3 infrared lights in it. And the sensor on top of your monitor picks up the 3 infrared lights, and by calculating where the 3 lights are in relation to the sensor, it pretty much monitors your head movement. And so as you move your head around, it moves the view around on screen. So very, very cool device. It's something I have wanted to get for a while. I think I might just go ahead and get it, because I do play a bit of Euro Truck, and more than a G27, I think the IR works a lot better. Because that's my biggest issue in Euro Truck. I can drive just fine with a gamepad, but looking around is always a pain. You're trying to shift gears and steer and look around at the same point. It can get to be a lot of activities to do, and I just think having a Track IR would be wonderful for that. Man, how did I set this up to where these trees aren't in line? Or am I just not following right? Must not have followed right. The trees are straight, I'm crooked. That's the problem. Alright, let's get cruise control rolling, and we'll just kind of move on up through here. I'm going to try 2 miles an hour. See if we can get the freeway at 2. You would think with a big trailer like this I would be able to, but looks like I didn't. I left 24% on the tree at 2 miles an hour. It's back to 1. See, I don't get that. I'm back to 1 mile an hour, and yet I still left a little bit of fruit on that tree. interesting. If you ever notice on cruise control on this, there's like, sometimes you can click up, you use the 1 and the 2 key to increase your speed on cruise control. 3 enables it. But have you ever noticed, like, if you do go to increase, like, you'll click the 2 and you don't really go up a full mile an hour, you only go up like a half a mile an hour or a kilometer, however you choose to refer to it. It's an MPH on mine because I guess I have it set for US standards or whatever. Yeah, I missed a little fruit on that tree. Alright. So again, like I said before when we did the video on the apple trees, if you do decide to do them, make sure that you are make sure you're watching that help menu to see how much fruit you got on the tree and off the tree, because you will leave fruit if you're just looking at the animation on it. You have to watch and make sure that you get every little piece off of there. Need to come through and mow the grass under these things. Oops, I'm through the barbed wire. I didn't know how well this Flegel trailer was going to do using on here. I don't know if I want to go get the Krone trailer or not, but for now it's working. So it's a little tall for working in this orchard. For a bit more realism, we might go get the Krone trailer when we have a little more money. And I like the look of those, like, wooden sided trailers. Kind of nice to have those. Alright, just a couple more trees to go and we'll have this part of it done. Back up. Missed a little bit of fruit. So this is what I like about these fruit trees. They give you that added income into the game, sort of like your beehive and your windmill and all that other stuff, but you actually have to work to get the money. I don't like the idea of just plopping a beehive down and you get money every hour from it, or a greenhouse that you plop down, and as long as you keep manure in it every 6 days, you've got, you know, money coming in. I would rather actually have to work a little bit for it. Even with the bees, like, how cool would it be to have to actually harvest the honey to get the money off of that, instead of it's just a given thing that every hour you get some money off of it. Of course, not sure how they would actually make that work for you unless you just go pick up the honey, or do you have to pull out the honeycomb and go take it to a spinning room and get all the honey out? I saw this thing online the other day. Great video. It's these guys in Australia, I guess, who have created a new honeycomb system or beehive that allows you to collect the honey straight from the hive. crazy. They're in like a GoFundMe phase right now to raise up the money to get full production going. But their invention is so cool and so clever, that basically you collect the bees, and then when the or your bees collect all the honey and everything, and when you're ready to harvest, you just twist a little key on the top of it and the honey pours out the bottom. It's really ingenious, and I'm telling you, if they ever get it fixed and running, I'm buying one, and I'm putting bees on my property, because I've always wanted to have bees. I think bees are, as farming goes and as agricultural goes, and as we look at food, there's a, and if you follow the news, there's been a bit of a downfall in bees, a lot of death in bees. So if you have the ability to keep bees, it's a good thing to do it. And I've always wanted to do it, but I haven't wanted to deal with the hassle of, putting on a suit, smoking them, getting the honeycomb out, and then having to get all that stickiness and everything else like that. I want them not so much for the bees, but for the pollination that you get off of them. And I think as someone who is into farming and enjoys it and understands that you need the bees to keep the pollination going and to keep your plants growing, I absolutely would love to have a set, a couple of hives just to do that much of it. Not so much for the honey, but you gotta collect the honey. And this thing would make it so much nicer, because people who collect honey, it's a sticky, nasty thing to have to do. Yes, it's yummy, but it's a sticky, nasty thing to do. Alright, so we got that done. So what I want to do now is I want to shut this guy down. And we're going to run over here real quick. Let's look at warehouses before I do this, because I might not do this. It might be too expensive to do right now for this particular farm. And we do have that sell point. There's 16,000. Yeah, let's hold off on that. We'll get to where we put the greenhouses in. These are the Rosenthaler greenhouses. Since we're here, go ahead and talk about this. These are the Rosenthaler greenhouses, and they're available. I downloaded them the other day to take a look at, but Raven was messing with them the other day, which is Raven 2012. He was messing with them the other day, and he seemed to have some issues with them. So I had thought about using them because he has fixed them where they no longer require spring water, that you can use just regular water with them, which I like. But Raven seemed to be having some game issues, some mod conflicts that were coming off of it. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with the T2K ones because I like them. So at this point, pretty much we are done for this episode. Let's take a look at our livestock, just see where we're at, so we can bring you up to date on everything. And our field growth, our potatoes, probably not going to be harvestable until the rain is over. And then these guys will probably come up at the exact same time, even though these were planted a good 12 hours before all these fields. It's just another silly mechanic of this game that I haven't ever really figured out, but that's where those are at. Then chickens, we don't own any. No sheep, we should probably get some, but our cows' productivity is at 110%, so they are doing really well. We got a lot of milk that needs to be sold. I haven't done that yet, because it seems like at the end of the day, the milk gets sold. So we'll watch it again. It's at 7,800. If it ever gets high, I will go ahead and sell it, but I've never seen it get high enough to worry about selling. Oh, we were going to look at the rest of the Way to go, dum-dum. The pigs, 100% productivity. I got 3 fat. We've got no fat in chickens because we just sold those off. We should be all right with those. We'll probably have to go over there and feed everybody in our next one. And then the beef, we got 3 of them fat, and our productivity is up there. So again, it'll be interesting to see if when we add potatoes in, we can get the productivity to 110% and start getting a faster rate of fattening there. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. This will be just a short video on harvesting fruit. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll come back, and hopefully the rain will be over with, and we can start doing some potatoes. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, I appreciate it so very much. Like it if you enjoyed it, and leave a comment. Subscribe if you want to know when new videos are put out. I'll put out as many as I can get out. So I hope you guys enjoy them. Until the next time, stay safe. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks again for watching this video, and if you made it all the way to the end, well, maybe you liked it. So give me a big old thumbs up. That like goes a long way. Also, subscribe to this channel. I will update the videos every single day, so there'll always be something new for you to see. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back again tomorrow. Thanks for your support.